Hi, I'm Jonas Urba. I'm a New York employment lawyer here with Employment Law Reality Check. Some of the most important concepts for law and employment lawyers are privilege, confidentiality, and trust. And I want to talk about the difference between those. In this video, I'm going to focus on privilege. Privilege requires a special relationship between either a lawyer and their client, doctor and their patient, spouses. Those relationships are expected to be truthful because the party that holds the privilege, in the lawyer's case it's the employee or the small business owner who's hired the attorney. And the only person who can waive that privilege is the client. The lawyer can never waive the privilege that they've received confidential communication from either a potential client in New York or a client themselves. We never do that because we have licenses to lose, and that's why it's called privileged communication. You can have confidential discussions with friends on Facebook or wherever you want, but there's no privilege to those confidential discussions. You're just relying on the person actually keeping it a secret. So I always think to myself, if a potential client comes to me and they tell me something like they uploaded a document to AI, artificial intelligence, or they put their facts of their employment case into artificial intelligence, that concerns me because there's no privilege. There will never be a privilege, as far as I could see, with artificial intelligence and what you tell it. You can't tell artificial intelligence to keep it confidential. You don't even have to tell your lawyer that it's confidential. So when you call, you make calls, you might call me, I serve the entire state of New York, what you tell me remains confidential because it's privileged. Even if you're not yet my client, I usually say it's not legal advice, as I'm going to do at the end of this video, but that doesn't mean that the privilege of the confidential communication with an attorney remains inviolate. Nobody can break it. Only you, the potential client, can break the privileged communication. So be careful out there, and if you're going to use AI, remember, there's no privilege. Even if you think it's confidential, it's not a privileged communication with AI, and they're not going to be your lawyer. You can call me. I'm Jonas Urba. I serve the entire state of New York, and I can be reached at 914-770-7659, attorney advertising. Be careful, be safe.